had some errands with my uncle today, and my ma had a doctor's appointment, and then today I had another doctor's appointment for my ma, and a bunch of other stuff to do. It's been crazy. Not yet. Hold on. Okay, that says 8:37. But yeah, I'm doing pretty dang good. A little overtired, but nothing too much. So obviously, let's converse with this man. Mr. Roylott, we'd like to talk to you about something. No! Oh God, he's threatening me with scissors! Oh, I do not want to talk. Leave my cabin now. Ugh, this is going terribly. We're not getting anywhere here. I agree, but there may be someone else who can help. Perhaps that great detective could get somewhere with Mr. Roylott. Mr. Roylott, we'd like to talk to you about something. No! Okay. Do you have a moment, please, Mr. Sholmes? You need only address me as Sholmes. That's what I just did, isn't it? Well, Mr. Sholmes, what were you doing in there? Why, I was resting, of course. Resting? Indeed. I was contemplating our sea voyage from the confines of the wardrobe whilst waiting for the inevitable time that you would need to call my great powers of detection into service. Oh? It would seem that the hour is upon us now. The time has come. Am I mistaken? Well, no, actually, you're spot on. For once. Observe closely. Our Russian host in this cabin, Mr. Roylott, is clearly trying to hide something. And do you know what is the most effective weapon to use against a Russian hiding a secret? Why, the truth, of course. Though it should be pointed out that such methods are not exclusively for the Russians. Right. Can you imagine how the Russian will react when the secret he guards so closely is exposed? Would you like to witness it? Oh yes, please. Well then, what you are about to see may well astound you. For I am about to apply my great detective's greatly admired great deduction to the case. Oh God. Could this man be a more hackneyed portrayal of a dubious Russian? I ask you. What? From time to time it occurs to me, is the fellow Dubois an account of his Russianness or a Russian on account of his dubiousness? I really don't think either of those things should be occurring to you or anyone. That's right, and Mr. Sholmes, I know this man's beard and dark glasses are hard to ignore, especially on first meeting, but I once read it is a capital mistake to theorize before you have all the evidence. It biases the judgment. Shh, I must have complete silence. What are you doing? Why are you peering at my face like that? Ah, just as I thought. Yes, I have quite made up my mind now. Look at his face. He's like, what is this man talking about? There can be no other explanation that accommodates all the facts. Mr. Roylott, I have reached two incontrovertible conclusions. What? What do you mean? Number 1, her true identity is that of a villain. Using those shears, you're about to end the existence of something most dear. Are you not? Huh? And number 2, the other conclusion I have drawn, you are, at this very moment no less, in the midst of committing a most grievous crime. Beneath that beard, your mouth quivers with nervous tension as you realize you have been discovered. Does it not? Ah! Oh, Naruhodo-san, I never imagined I would witness one of Mr. Sholmes' great deductions with my own eyes. That was a great deduction? Nothing can deceive Mr. Sholmes. In a single glance, he can deduce all there is to know about a person. What? What an ineffable twaddle. Oh yes, I've read about it countless times in the adventures of Sherlock Sholmes. Now I've experienced the astonishing impact of his great deduction firsthand. This is like a dream come true. I can hardly believe it, but all the color has drained from Mr. Roylot's face. It looks like somehow both of Mr. Sholmes' conclusions were right. How? How could I possibly know such things, you wish to say? Very well then, I shall elucidate. I shall explain how I was able to arrive at this pair of conclusions. So do I cordially invite you upon a journey of logical discovery. Let us board in a train of reasoning. Put plainly, let us work through my deductions together. The great deduction. The game is afoot. Topic 1. Old man's identity. So the dubious looking Russian, Mr. Roylott, obviously what catches the eye in the first place is the enormous pair of shears in your hand. Now we ask ourselves, what could you possibly want with such an implement? The answer, of course, is staring us in the face. You are on the verge of using the shears to cut away the copious beard you sport. Now moving on. The question then begged is this: why would you desire to rid yourself of this magnificent beard, Mr. Roylott? Once again, the answer is plain. We have clear evidence to shed light on the matter. Regard, if you will, this morning's newspaper, in particular, the fascinating front page article, which it would appear you have read also, Mr. Roylott. I'm sure it needs no further clarification. The evidence that reveals your true identity is the article about the revolutionary. In translation, the headline reads, "Revolutionary violent Bolshevik flees Russia via Shanghai." As you cannot fail to observe, the subject of the article possessed an extremely copious beard. Having noted the article yourself, you decided to remove your incriminating facial hair before it gave you away. In short, your true identity is beyond doubt. You are the fearsome Russian revolutionary himself, Violin Bolshevik. Not that I've heard of you myself, you understand. Wait a minute, you said I'm Violin Bolshevik. Is everyone on this boat Violin Bolshevik right now? Even the clean-shaven ones? A revolutionary on the run. Topic 2, wrongdoing. Now, as for my second conclusion, you are at this very moment on the brink of committing a most grievous crime. And the proof of this crime, over there. Oh yes, Mr. Roylott. Taken unawares, people have a propensity to let their eyes stray, you see. Huh? I assure you, the eyes speak so much more eloquently and honestly than the mouth. The answer we seek lies where the furtive glance falls. The proof of your crime sits before our very eyes. Yes, that traveling case. It is time, I think, that the case be opened and its contents laid bare. No, I refuse! What could you possibly be concealing inside, we ask? By my estimation, a young lady, perhaps? One slight enough to fit therein? Don't be absurd! And what, pray, would be the identity of this young lady in the traveling case? Dear me, we are not well suited to a life of crime, are we? Your careless coup d'eau betrays you. Once again, we need only follow your furtive glance to find the answer. Yes, the reason you refuse to open your traveling case can equally be found on the pages of this newspaper. For there's another most stimulating article. If we turn from fleeing revolutionary to the backpick. Renowned prima ballerina of the Novovich Ballet disappears from Shanghai. Such a headline can lead us to but one conclusion. Your crime is that of abduction. And according to the article, the young lady's name is Nikolina Pavlova. Oh geez. Thus concludes Herlock Sholmes' great deduction of the Russian enigma, Elemensky. Susato-san? That wasn't one of the greatest deductions I've been hearing so much about, was it? Well, the stories are full of Mr. Sholmes' brilliant deductions, you know. But that did seem a little different somehow. Excuse me, Mr. Sholmes, could you come over here for a moment? Pray, what can I do for you? As about your deductions, would you mind? Not at all, go on. Well, to start with, there's a newspaper article. I think we had the same discussion before, but these two men look nothing like each other. Ah yes, I recall our discussion earlier, and at the time I believe I told you that the man is a revolutionary, well able to revolutionize his own appearance. In fairness to Mr. Sholmes, Mr. Roylott does look more like this man than you do. That's not the point. And another thing, the part about him abducting the ballerina? Indeed, a truly startling revelation. At first glance, the case would appear to be too small to accommodate a young woman. Not just at first glance, it is too small, clearly. You'll be lucky to fit a 5-year-old child into that case, even if you push really hard. I don't suppose the missing ballerina is a 5-year-old child, is she? You mean you don't know? No, the young lady is 15. No, I didn't know. How could I? Well, if she's 15, then 10 years worth of her would be poking out from the case. Some years ago, I read something pertinent, I believe. A troop of men consuming vinegar daily in order to promote a certain litheness in their bodies. Vinegar? Excuse me? For such a sour bunch, would surely be simplicity itself to contort oneself into the confines of that small case. What? Excuse me, Sholmes? Oh dear, you might be thinking of a contortionist in the circus, Mr. Sholmes. This whole thing is turning into a circus. Mr. Naruhodo, there's something occurred to me about Mr. Sholmes' deductions just now. I think his powers of observation are, well, magical. His eyes cut the heart of matter almost instantly. Just where he directs his attention is logic that seem a little off. Your idea of a little may be a little off itself, Miss Susato. Just one or two key words in his deductions that seem to let him down. So I was wondering if we might perhaps tactfully switch them for alternatives. What do you think? Switch some key words in his deductions. Yes, but very tactfully. Feel sure if we could do that, we'd unlock the true genius of Mr. Sholmes' great deduction. Precisely the thought that was going through my own mind. This man is a lot of work. At times I wonder how anyone puts up with me. Oh my god, he's crazy. It's not that funny. Ah, and you, my good fellow. Sorry? Take a moment to look at your wrists. My wrists? What the hell? Where are your handcuffs? Huh? How did... I felt they may hinder your ability to follow me in our dance of deduction. Dance of deduction? I don't believe it. Mr. Sholmes, you are a marvel. So you falsely accused me, got me imprisoned in a room, and now you take my handcuffs off. And don't worry, I shall restore the shackles to your wrists when we are finished. I'm not worried. In fact, I'd rather stay like this. So, let us begin. Herlock Sholmes is proud to present his logic and reasoning spectacular. Hold it, Mr. Sholmes. Oh my god. Obviously, what... Alright. You can put... Okay. Yeah, wait. I'm not sure. Would you really use shears like that to cut off a beard? I doubt that's something I'll ever have to worry about. Doesn't quite sit right with me though. It doesn't seem to be sitting right with Mr. Roylott either. Which means I suppose that this deduction is wrong. Let's try to switch a key word here, Naruhodo-san, and see if it helps. Alright, but how? I think we should start by taking a long hard look at Mr. Roylott. Wonder if it's really his beard that he intended to use those shears on. Exactly. If we do manage to find something that seems to fit the sense of Mr. Sholmes' deduction better, then what? Then I'll leave the rest in your capable hands, Naruhodo-san. Why am I the one to have to do something about this? Well, anyway, let's see if there's anything we could even use to switch around in the last sentence. Alright. What exactly was Mr. Roylott really going to use those enormous shears for? It might be his hat. It's either the hat or the button. Are you looking at the buttons on this coat? Could be that Mr. Roylott was planning to cut those off. Oh, why? Well, when you're wearing thick gloves, it can be very hard to undo buttons. And couldn't you just take off your gloves first? Aha, so he's going to use scissors to cut his gloves off then. I want you to take a deep breath and look at this from a fresh perspective, Naruhodo-san. Oops, I think she's angry. Oh, you can move? I didn't know you could move. What's this? It looks like a cascade of stunning golden locks. No. The color is not the point. The point is, what's it doing on the back of Mr. Roylot's head? And how is it grow? Let me guess, the ballerina is Mr. Roylott. Thick black hair. Well, yes, that's true. So it's stunningly beautiful and stunningly surprising. Something's definitely not right here.
Yes!
The golden locks. You were on the verge of using the shears to cut away the golden locks you sport. Indeed. If I identified the precise detail I was intending to expose. Excuse me? Excuse me? No, you weren't. You didn't even look at the back of this person's head. Such lush golden hair certainly does not befit an old man. You're not a man at all. You're a woman, and judging from the length and sheen of your hair, one's still very much in her youth. Oh no! If only I had managed to cut off my hair, no one would have suspected. The question then begged is this: why would you desire to rid yourself of these magnificent locks? Once again, the answer is plain. We have clear evidence to shed the light on the matter. I'm sure it needs no further clarification. Evidence that reveals your true identity is the article about the revolutionary. I had no idea that that old man was really a young woman in disguise. Did you? What? Why are you staring at me like that? Yes, it was a surprise, Naruhodo-san. You're enjoying this, aren't you? Sorry? You look like you're in your element as you dance around the room deducing the facts with Mr. Sholmes. We're just doing what we agreed. I'm not having fun or anything. This is strictly business. Yes, I understand. Say no more. Well, anyway, let's focus on the next part of Mr. Sholmes' deduction, shall we? The evidence that he's picked out doesn't fit the facts at all. No, that's true, given that Mr. Roylott is actually a woman. Exactly. He, or rather she, can't possibly be this merciless revolutionary. I suppose it's because the deduction as a whole has taken a different direction now. Yes, let's switch the evidence for something else. Something that fits the facts now as we understand them. For some reason, this woman needed to try to hide her true identity. I feel as though I've either read or heard about a young woman in a situation like that recently. Alright, I'll do my best. Bada boom, bada bing. The evidence that reveals your true identity is, of course, the article about the ballerina. That's right. You've hit the nail on the head. Renowned prima ballerina of the Novovich Ballet disappears from Shanghai. It would appear we are finally able to address you by your true name. Yes, because your true identity is that of the Novovich Ballet's prima ballerina, Miss Nokalina Pavlova. Oh my god! Don't throw the scissors! Oh god, it's in her hat. She almost got stabbed in the head by her own scissors. You're right. My real name is Nina. I mean, Nikolina Pavlova. But please, I beg you, don't tell anyone. Solved. Now, as for my second conclusion, you are, at this very moment, on the brink of committing a most grievous crime. And the proof of this crime, over there. Oh yes, Miss Pavlova. Taken unawares, people have a propensity to let their eyes stray, you see. I assure you, honestly, than the mouth. The answer we seek lies where the furtive glance falls. The proof of your crime sits before our very eyes. Yes, that traveling case. So clearly she can't be inside that traveling case as well. That's right. And it seems she wasn't abducted at all, in which case, what is the crime the young woman is currently committing? Huh. I can see I'm going to have to step in and fix the great detective's mistake again. Seemed to look pleased. Do you like the idea of another chance to dance around with Mr. Sholmes? Stop it! Anyway, there must be something else here that shows what this woman was up to. Wow, look at this dazzling tiara. I've never seen anything like it. Are those real diamonds? And do you think... Well, Naruhodo-san, try it on. What? Me? He's like, I'm a pretty, pretty princess. I'm a pretty, pretty princess. Prancing around? Hell yeah. Let's go there, Naruhodo-san. Hell yeah, man. Isn't it usually girls who wear tiaras? Wouldn't you like to try it on? Oh no, I couldn't possibly. It's far too beautiful. Why does this tiara look familiar? I feel like I've seen it somewhere recently.
Yes!
The tiara! Hell yeah. The proof of your crime is surely this tiara. Huh? I believe this tiara is worn on stage by dancers in the Novovich Ballet, is it not? Indeed, it would appear to be identical to the tiara pictured here in the newspaper article. And if the reporting is to be believed, it's an item worth 20,000 rubles. In summary, the crime you have committed is theft. Oh no! Yes, you left your ballet troupe, unlawfully taking their precious tiara with you. Ah! Evildoer! Evildoer! I have no one, no family, no friends. I am all alone, and I need money. But I did not steal the tiara. It was a present from, how do you say, an Earl of Prussia. It belongs to me. This girl is only 15 years old, and she's run away all by herself. She must have been extremely lonely. Alright, I will tell you everything. There's no point in hiding it now. Come, let's not be hasty. What? There remains one unsolved mystery about you. Mystery? What do you mean? You have staunchly refused to open this traveling case of yours in our presence. It is reasonable to conclude, therefore, that there exists some reason you wish for it to remain closed. Is that not so, Miss Pavlova? My dear girl, there is no sense in playing games with me. Nothing escapes my attention. Indeed, I have a very good idea of the contents of your case, even before I have ever even laid eyes on them. Oh yeah? Oh yeah? We'll see there, Sholmes. Dear me, we are not well suited to a life of crime, are we? Your careless coup d'eau betrays you. Once again, you need only follow your furtive glance to find the answer. Yes, the reason why you refuse to open your case is written on the books on the shelf. He's completely changed tack with his deduction now. I think Mr. Sholmes is adapting his logic to changing circumstances, don't you? Maybe, but why has he suddenly brought the bookshelf into all this? Just a wild guess, surely. Oh, do you think so? Well, it doesn't seem likely that the reason why this young woman doesn't want to open her case would have been written in a book that doesn't even belong to her. Yes, that's true, but still, Miss Pavlova certainly did cast her eyes in that direction. I noticed it myself. Then there might be another reason why she wouldn't want to open her case. It must be somewhere in the same area. But that's why her gaze was involuntarily drawn. I agree, that's the only answer. Whatever she has hidden inside that case, she'll be revealed by following her gaze in the direction of the bookcase. Looks like these are the same books that we have in our cabin. Playing to read. And have you noticed how all the books have fallen over, just like in Cosmo-sama's cabin? It's almost like everyone's taking a sweep at them. Maybe Miss Pavlova, while she was practicing her ballet? Anyway, point is, we don't have enough time to look through all these books at the moment. We couldn't even if we wanted to. They're all in Russian. Well, that's a relief. Let's try our luck elsewhere. These are rules of passage. Passengers must not keep weapons or other dangerous objects in their cabins. Pets are also strictly forbidden. Oh dear, I'm sure the punishment would be severe, Naruhodo-san. Freezing cold ocean. Or shut away inside a tiny wardrobe for days on end. So I've actually been serving time for weeks now, have I? Okay. This is a charming little picture, isn't it? What is it? Someone climbing a steep mountainside? Or descending one, it seems to me. When you've been out in flat sea for a while, maybe you started seeing hills and mountains everywhere. It is a metal door, same as Cosmo's cabin. Yes, and rather slim bolt as well. Well, if Miss Pavlova is actually glancing over at the door instead of the bookcase, I would suggest a desire to run away from this cabin. Maybe. Books on shelf. I think it's obvious. It's not that. I don't think it's the books. It's either the warning or the door.
Yes!
It's gotta be the door. Metal door to the cabin has a metal latch. The latch rhymes with catch. Are you catching on yet? You see, just as the metal door has a metal latch, your traveling case has a metal catch. What precisely was your intention with that, Mr. Naruhodo? Just following the natural progression of the deduction. Sometimes the truth hurts. The truth is, you dive the Did that hurt? Ow! Yes, a lot. Can't imagine what's in there. What could it be? What has Miss Pavlova got inside her case? Whatever it is. Oh, it's a pet. Oh my god. I'm an idiot.
Yes!
I'm an idiot. Don't mind me. Yes, the reason why you refuse to open your case is written on the rules of passage. Passengers must not keep weapons or other dangerous objects in their cabins. Pets are also strictly forbidden. Inside that case of yours is something forbidden from the carriage on this vessel. That is the real reason you refuse to open it, thus revealing its contents. As we've seen, the trunk wobbles from time to time, but no weapon or other dangerous item would move on its own accord. Which leaves only but one possibility, Miss Pavlova. Inside your traveling case? We're dancing! Behold! It's the last item listed on forbidden in the vessel's rules of passage. A pet! Ah! Solved. Deduction complete. Elementary. Hell yeah. That was pretty cool. I like that. So clearly, you aren't who you said you were. No, I'm not Grimsby Roylott. My real name is Nikolina Pavlova. Everything you said was correct. You absconded during one of your ballet company's performances in order to escape your homeland. Later that same night, you stole aboard this vessel, which couldn't have been easy. Buria is a huge steamship with a vast crew. Could she really have snuck on board without being noticed? In order to obscure your true identity, you somewhat recklessly took the guise of an old gentleman. You intended to sever all links with your past by severing your long hair. Yet, to a woman, hair is no trifling matter. My personal recommendation is to leave well alone. So if it was just you about to cut off your own hair, who was it that let out the scream we heard from outside the cabin? That veritable tinkling of a bell. Why, none other than this young lady, naturally. More like a full set of pipes if you ask me. I was so scared when I ran away in Shanghai. I was sure they would come looking for me. That's why I decided to, how do you say, disgust myself? So no one would recognize me. As a result, you transform yourself into that questionable old man. I see. I put on the fur hat and fake beard. Then, just before you came in here, I saw it in the newspaper. Right on the page, there was a picture of me. Oh geez. I was so frightened, I couldn't stop from screaming. I knew that if I didn't change my appearances completely, they would find me. So I decided to cut all my hair as fastly as possible. I picked up the scissors in my hand and... at that precise moment, we walked in through the annoyingly unlocked cabin door. Things happen like that sometimes, don't they? Things do indeed happen like that, from time to time. Are those two even talking about the same thing? There's just one more thing I'd like to know. What exactly do you have inside your traveling case? You were right. It's my dear friend inside. My only friend in the whole world. Please, don't tell anyone. If the captain finds out, if you say it to any of the crew, your secret is safe with us, I assure you. But in return, you must tell us, in as much detail as you can muster, about the events of last night. Yes, alright, I will tell you. Well, Mr. Naruhodo, wasn't it something? Mr. Sholm's great deduction? It's certainly something, yes. I'm just not entirely sure what. But at least Miss Pavlova has agreed to tell us what she knows. That's incredible. Indeed! It is incredible. Oh my god, he's just popping up all everywhere, my god. Ah, and one more thing. Oh, yes? What? Observe your wrists. My... What the? Ah! Your hands are cuffed again. What? But how? True to my word, I have restored your shackles. When and why? There's still a shadow of guilt cast over you, Mr. Naruhodo. I'm sorry to say, it can't be helped at the moment. Huh, can't it? Really? Anyway, let's listen to what Miss Pavlova has to say. I can't go on not knowing. I have to find out what that speckled band that Cosmo-san wrote about in his diary really was. We're not examine this. How do you say forbid it? Oh, sorry. That's what you should be, young man. What vulgar manners you have. Poke around a young lady's private belongings? Neither shall I allow it. Hypocrite. That was... God damn. We going crazy. I love this. What happened last night? Did you know that someone was killed in the cabin next door to this one last night? One of the crewmen told me this morning when I was eating breakfast. Man who died, he was a friend of mine. Oh, that's why we're trying to find out what happened. Did you notice anything unusual last night? Perhaps you heard a strange noise, for example? Perhaps people talking? Perhaps the ship was absorbed in a wild tempest. Perhaps its steam engine exploded. He's like, you know, things could have exploded and caused wild amounts of shrapnel to fly in every direction. Perhaps everyone on board would have noticed that if that happened. Miss Pavlova, is there anything you can tell us? I don't know. I'm sorry, but all I could think about last night was what I had done and whether they would find me. I didn't notice anything that was not happening around me. Oh, I see. You've run away from your ballet company, haven't you? The Novovich Ballet? Yes. I'm traveling to Great Britain, and from there, I want to go to America. I will never dance again. I want to forget everything about the ballet. I will start a new life. You wish to forget? A challenging proposition. When you have that striking tiara as a reminder. But the tiara is mine. I need it to live. I have no money of my own. The Novovich Ballet gives us only a little food and water, and we must dance all over the world. I had to run away. I had no choice. If I stayed, it would have killed me. So you ran away to protect yourself? Yes. And the crew of this ship, they've all been kind to me. They let me come on board, and they said I could hide in this cabin. If that is indeed the truth, Miss Pavlova, it creates a most intriguing conundrum. Yes, it does. What do you think about it, Mr. Naruhodo? Me? Oh, well, yes, of course. I think we should hear Miss Pavlova's explanation. To what conundrum, I'm not sure, but... Conundrum time! Miss Pavlova, allow me to pose you a riddle. Oh god, we're talking in riddles to this poor... According to this newspaper, it was only yesterday that you absconded from the ballet. Now, that being the case, it must have been last night that you boarded this vessel. However, the SS Burya stopped by no port last night. Ah, that's it, of course. So how is it, pray, that you come to be aboard? Now that I think about it, the crewman outside the cabin acted very strangely when we mentioned that. It was just after we asked him about when the occupant of this cabin came aboard. That is none of your business. Yes, you're right. You just seem to be hiding something. What? Oh, yeah, Stroganoff, I gave like the "what are you doing" voice. An angel descended from the heavens, bringing grace and beauty to the stage. Sorry? What was that? It's how the Russian newspapers described one of my performances. And that is how I came here too. I descended from the heavens, because I am an angel. What? Excuse me? Considering English isn't your mother tongue, your description is very vivid. Mr. Sholmes once said, I never can resist the touch of the dramatic. Seems Miss Pavlova is the same. A genius descended from the heavens, bringing grace and beauty to detection. Words once said about myself. A quote from a wonderfully extravagant advertisement for the adventures of Herlock Sholmes, in fact. Yes, Mr. Showy. Anyway, it doesn't look like Miss Pavlova is going to tell us what really happened. Okay. So the friend you mentioned is inside your traveling case, is that right? I don't think animals are allowed on board, according to rules of passage. Oh please, don't tell. Don't tell any of the crew. If they found my precious, then the burly Russians would bestir themselves in unison to throw you and your case overboard, no doubt. That's not very nice. Ah! So reassuring, Mr. Sholmes. But what sort of pet is your friend? A little puppy? A little puppy. It is, isn't it? Maybe an adorable little rabbit? Ha! You credit Russia as a land with small rabbits, do you? Oh, don't they have small rabbits there then? You may well ask. I have no idea. You two are miserable bunglers when it comes to understanding the nature of young ballerina's friends. Excuse me? Isn't it obvious? It must be a chicken! Oh my god, here we go. He's deducing again. He's like, yo, I got the chicken from Yakuza 0 running the fucking restaurant. Really? Consider the benefits. A rousing wake-up call. Daily fresh eggs. And when adversity strikes, it could satisfy the needs of sustenance. So you eat your friends. I'll remember that. Well, it would appear this friend's identity is a closely guarded secret, not to be revealed. She obviously doesn't quite trust us yet. There's something I should like to show her, I think. Maybe she might be able to shed some light on it. I think I know what... I think we know exactly what... Miss Pavlova, would you take a look at this? I don't know. I don't know anything. Mr. Naruhodo, you frightening the poor girl. Oh, sorry. I wasn't trying to. This is a diary of my friend who passed away. His diary? Yes, and he wrote in it last night before he died. Something a little unusual. It reads, 1:23 a.m. I can hear a faint whistling sound. And then a few minutes later, 1:35 a.m. What looks like some sort of speckled band is dangling from the ventilator grill. A speckled band? I don't understand. It's strange, isn't it? But the ventilator he mentions joins this cabin, you see. It's up there on the wall. In other words, this cabin and the victim's cabin are connected together. Oh? Miss Pavlova? Has something occurred to you? Does the speckled band the victim mentioned mean something to you? Or the whistling sound, perhaps? Uh-oh. No. I don't know anything. Oh. Uh-oh. Chicken can run a bowling alley so they can do anything. True. Knock, knock. Excuse me, Mr. Roylott. Yes, what? Wow, she's fast. Captain would like to speak with you. You must come to the captain's quarters at once, please. All right, I will come now. What? You must leave now. You must leave now. Oh no, it's fine. Don't mind us. Yes, please don't worry yourself, Mr. Roylott. Get out! The passenger said out. Or do you want me to throw you out? Okay, it looks like we'll have to leave investigating this cabin until later. What a pity. And so we lost our chance. Having still not managed to investigate Miss Pavlova's cabin, we were unceremoniously chased out. As to say, we were quite literally picked up and thrown into the passageway outside. Oh, damn! Ninth of January, SS Buria, first class cabin passageway. I wish we hadn't been thrown out like that. I wish we managed to find some clue as to what the speckled band might be. We didn't manage to investigate at all. And I imagine that we won't be able for a while longer. We'll never get past that sailor guarding the door. He's clearly glaring at us as if to say, don't even think about it. Oh, wait a minute. What is it? Well, what happened to our great detective friend? Where did he go? Oh yes, he completely disappeared. When did he do that? He slipped away as quietly as the wind, but not before ensuring that these were securely back on my wrists. I really wish we had a chance to look around in Miss Pavlova's cabin. What? Why you look like that? You want something? Maybe you want me to throw you out again, Oh, no, definitely not that. Next time, I have to throw you out. I show you where lobsters spend winter. Understand? Understand? I don't think he'll ever forget your face, Naruhodo-san. Already checked. Oh yeah, we already did this. Ear wants to go a little crazy. Managed to uncover any new clues. Yes, we should probably find them and ask. That door leads to the second class area. It's locked. I can't open it. No, well, that stands to reason. No one wants me to let the murderer escape. Gosh, she gave me a very stern look when she said that. That book really is huge. There's a pen with it, too. Yes, I'm sure there's a ship's log. Shall we have a look through it? Writing so neat and precise. Every detail about the voyage has been meticulously scribed. You wouldn't expect a rough and ready sailor to have such beautiful handwriting. Anyway, look here. Last night's log is mostly blank. Presumably that means there is nothing to report. Okay. Let's go back into Cosmo's cabin. First class cabin, number 1. Looks like they're still investigating in here. Yes, on that subject. Wonder if Inspector Hosonaga is unscathed. What do you mean, unscathed? Surely you haven't forgotten, have you, Naruhodo-san? Don't you remember what he said about allowing you out of this cabin to investigate? He was going to talk to the captain about it. He said he'd lay his life on the line for you. Oh, yes. But I'm sure he was exaggerating. Let's see what he has to say for himself. He might have some new information for us. You never know. They spell a Russian word for wardrobe. Does seem to be an unambiguous pointer to you, Naruhodo-san, as you were sleeping in there. But to be truly unambiguous, you should have just spelled out my name, don't you think? Well, either way, one fact remains. It's hard to imagine that Cosmo-sama would have written his last words or word in Russian. Which begs the question, who did write it? Okay. These are the rules of... Okay. Passengers must not keep weapons or other dangerous objects in their cabins. Pets are also strictly forbidden. So by bringing her pet on board, Miss Pavlova has broken the rules. She called it her friend, didn't she? Yes, although we don't know what form this friend takes as of yet. I'm almost certain that whatever it is, it's inside the traveling case in her cabin. A friend. There's more to this than it seems, I think. All the books provided neatly arranged on the shelf. They were all over the place when we first looked around, if you remember. Oh yes, and you tidied them up, didn't you? So you have to look after the ship's property. Unruly behavior in the cabins leads to damage. But it really wasn't me who knocked them over. Well, anyway, I feel much better now that they're neatly lined up. I can't relax when things are untidy. Alright, I'll be right back. I'm gonna hit the restroom. How many stowaways does the ship have? A lot, apparently. Okay, back I am. Alright. So this ventilator joins Miss Pavlova. Yes. Just a few minutes before he died, Kazuma saw something emerging from it. The speckled band as he described it. If only Miss Pavlova had been able to shed some light on it, but she seemed as baffled as we were. Yes, I wonder if she's telling us everything though. I'm not sure. I know most people aboard would say the same thing about me, but there's something about that woman that didn't sit right with me. This is where Kazuma spent his final moments, writing in his diary. You can hear a faint whistling sound. 135. What looks like some sort of speckled band is dangling from the ventilator grill. Looking at his writing here on this page, it's almost impossible to believe that he's gone. Kazuma-sama left us a valuable clue in these words, I'm sure of it. We have to solve this mystery, Naruhodo-san. We will. Hell yeah. You! Where did you go? Oh, sorry, I just went to the next door cabin to investigate. Why? Who gave you permission for this? Well, Seaman Hosonaga did. That new Japanese was it. Later I will roll him into a ball and throw him in a cold room. Oh god. Phew, he's gone back to guarding the door. I hope Inspector Hosonaga doesn't find himself in too much trouble on our account. He's really gone out of his way to help us, hasn't he? When I get back to Japan, we'll have to take him for a steak at Le Carnival. That could be a very long time from now, Naruhodo-san. Okay. Oh god, he got beat up! Ah, you're back. Inspector? What happened to you? Your face is... Please, don't worry about it. They're just scratches. Made by a bear, maybe? When I told the captain I'd given you permission to investigate, he told me he pummeled me with his fist and then tossed me overboard. What? But the pummeling was over in a flash, and he must have decided against throwing me overboard. So it was nothing, really. It looks like he wasn't joking when he lay his life on the line if he had to. Well, thanks to your efforts, we now know a little about a neighboring cabin. Yes, so I understand. Oh? I bumped into a man claiming to be a great detective a little while ago. I think his name was like Herlock Sholmes. I don't think he was German though. Ah, that explains it. Shall we compare notes then? Can you tell what you found out? Yes, let's do it. Sir, are you okay? What? Nikolina Pavlova? She's in the cabin next door? Oh, do you know who she is? Please, what self-respecting ballet fan wouldn't know that graceful angel? Oh god. Oops, I think I upset him there. Well, that tells us that the neighboring cabin is unrelated to the case at least. Oh, how? Because angels don't go around committing crimes, do they? Oh my god. You literally covered... Oh my... Oops. Now I've definitely upset him. Inspector, has your investigation in here proved fruitful? If I'm honest, there's very little more I can do. Our duty is to make sure the scene isn't disturbed, ready to hand over to the Hong Kong police. So I'm just keeping watch here. Try not to take my eyes off the job. Oh, I see. Ah, there is one thing. I do have a small piece of new information for you. Oh, what? Yes, do tell us, Inspector, please. New information, please. I need it. What is this new information you have, Inspector? It's this. The Burya's medical officer has finished his examination of the body. I managed to obtain the report. Oh, Cosmo's post-mortem report? Cosmo-sama. So, what was the cause of death? Damage to the cervical vertebrae is what's written in the report. His neck was broken? Yes, it would seem so. There was no obvious wounds or other signs of injury. So at first, I think they were considering poison. But it turns out they found no trace of poison in his system at all. Oh, what weapon was used then? Nothing has been found as of yet, but the fact that there are no signs of a wound suggests it may have been a blunt object, something that wouldn't leave a mark. Oh, I see. All the body's nerves run through the spine to the brain. A strong enough impact to the neck could induce death. It is a possibility, and no obvious wound would be left. Poor Cosmo. I have a second copy of the report. If it might be useful, you're welcome to have it. Really? Are you sure? Yes, it's fine. I trust you. After all, if I didn't trust you, I'd never have agreed to you leaving the cabin in the first place, would I? Ah. The post-mortem report has been entered into the court record. I want to look at the damage. Almost certainly broken as a result of a strong blow to the area. Okay. The great detective. Well, Mr. Sholmes was here, was he? Yes. He seemed to be enjoying himself a little too much as he crept about the floor investigating. But then he suddenly left. I suppose he must have become bored. Did he say anything at all? Actually, now that you mention it, yes. Just one thing, but he practically shouted it. "It's shoe polish!" was all he said. Shoe polish? Wonder what he meant. It was when he was over there by the piece of broken glass. Do you see? Ah, perhaps he was talking about this brick-colored mark. Do you think? Ah, yes, that must be it. But how can Mr. Sholmes know that it's shoe polish? That leaves me cold, I'm afraid. I have no idea. What is it, Susada-san? Well, Cosmo-sama was wearing leather shoes with a very dark tan hue. Dark tan? A sort of dark brownish red then. Yes, a little like the color of red wine, but darker. I often repaired them for him. Oh, does this mean that this mark was made by the polish on Cosmo's shoes as they scuffed on the floor? The mark on the floor has been entered into court record. Okay. That's really all I can tell you at this stage. I should return to my post. My fellow crewmen's eyes are boring into the back of my head. Yes, that might be for the best. Thank you. Poor Inspector. You look exhausted. Oh, no. Well, I feel terrible that I failed to protect Asogi-san. It was my responsibility. Of course, my pain is nothing compared to yours. You were his friends. The truth is, I seem to have had a heavy head ever since I woke this morning. A heavy head? That's interesting. My head still throbbing too. Okay. It really is such a beautiful color, this glass. Clean it too. The other half is nowhere to be seen. There's a brick color mark, which is shoe polish, according to the great detective you seem to know all about. I suppose it must be from Cosmo-sama's shoes. Maybe, but what I'd like to know is, how can the detective be so sure it's shoe polish and not something else? Because he's a great detective, of course! God damn it. That's hardly a reason, is it? When I went for help, the crewman forced open the door, yeah. Okay. Yeah, we already saw that. Okay, I think we did everything in here that we could do. Okay. I think we go outside again. Yeah, I think we need to go outdoors and leave this area. January 9th, SS Buria. First class cabin, passageway. Ah! Look, Naruhodo-san. Seaman Stroganoff has gone. Strong enough? The burly Russian sailor who's always crossing his arms and glaring at us. All these Russian names are impossible to remember. Tra la 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 la. Did you hear that? It sounded like someone singing. Tra la 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 la. I did it the great detective way. This caroling. I know that lark-like voice. Well, never mind that now. This is a golden opportunity for us. Yes, you're right. We must seize it. Let's get inside Miss Pavlova's cabin while we can and investigate. Definitely, before that stringy knot crewman comes back. It's Stroganoff, not stringy knot. La 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 la. 9th of January, SS Buria. First class cabin, number 2. Miss Pavlova isn't back yet. Susanoo-san. Oh, where she's gone. Hey, what are you doing? Those are her private things. There's not a moment to waste, Naruhodo-san. We must investigate as quickly as we can. But I suppose you're right, for Cosmo's sake. Not just for Cosmo-sama. What do you mean? It can't be long now until we arrive at port in Hong Kong. I don't want you to be in those handcuffs when we get there. Really? We must solve this case, Naruhodo-san, by ourselves if we have to. Yes, we will. of course. They're displayed in this cabin too. Look, the SS Burya's rules of passage. Yep, in the cabins, pets are also strictly forbidden. I suppose Miss Pavlova realized that she needed to keep the contents of her case a secret after she read this. Her special friend, I mean. I wonder where her friend has disappeared to now. She's probably having fun exploring the ship, I imagine. I just hope Seaman Stroganoff doesn't find it and throw it overboard. Oh yes, so do I. We're gonna look around this entire room. All the books have toppled over together. Look, every single one. Do you think that's a god of the sea, perhaps? He's toppled too, though. It's exactly the same as the bookcase next door, in Cosmo's cabin. Perhaps Miss Pavlova was practicing a different ballet pose and fell against the bookcase? I don't know. Would she really be practicing ballet on the same night she ran away from her ballet company? Alright then. It must have been you. You lost your temper and knocked them all over in a fit of rage. Not everything bad that happens on this ship is because of me, you know. Well, anyway, I'll set them all straight again in here too. I don't like seeing things in disarray. Stop tampering with evidence! Okay. Naruhodo-san, are you there? Sorry, I'm right here, yes. Why? Oh, good. I thought you might have climbed into a wardrobe when I wasn't looking. There's no place like home. Okay. There's no place like home. There's no place like home. Talking about a wardrobe. Believe me, I don't have some strange compulsion to jump inside every wardrobe I see, you know. Well, anyway, I'm not sure anyone could fit inside this one. It's full of beautiful outfits. I suppose they're all stage costumes. I was rather hoping we might find Miss Pavlova's friend hiding in there, but no such luck. Okay, the door. This cabin door has the same simple sort of bolted latch that our cabin door has. The bolt's drawn across. There's no way anybody could have entered the cabin from the outside. Yes, it's not a particularly heavy-duty bolt, is it? But still, it wouldn't slide across on its own accord, would it? No, and the door is made of metal, so there's no chance of trickery using magnets to unbolt it from the outside. And it seals up perfectly, too. Stop any seawater coming in. Blah, 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 blah. If I could speak. So you couldn't use the method you told me of passing a thread through a crack around the closed door either. I seem to know a lot of tricks for opening doors. I'm starting to see why they suspect me. So this ventilator connects to Cosmo's cabin next door. Yes, although what a fool a shipbuilder must be to open a ventilator into another room. Ah, maybe. If it's so that if there's a gas leak next door, the occupant of this cabin would notice and raise the alarm. Or, the occupants of both cabins would die of gas poisoning. Holy shit! Nice way of dark thinking there, Susato-san. My god. That is a possibility. Anyway, last night, Cosmo wrote that he saw a speckled band coming out of this ventilator. What's on? It would seem this teapot is empty. So the natural conclusion is that the Russians are very thirsty people. Or, because Miss Pavlova only came into this cabin last night, she hasn't had a chance to make any tea yet. I mean, it could be either. It's definitely that they're excessively thirsty. I'd lay 1,000 to 1 on it. You're rather obstinate, aren't you? Naruhodo-san. I wonder what this little saucer is doing on the floor. Yes, it doesn't look like it's been dropped. More like it was put there deliberately. Do you think there could be a leak in the roof just above here? What? A leak? Is this ship quite safe? I'm sure that even if there's a little leak in the roof, it doesn't mean the whole ship is going to sink. No, you're right. Of course you're right. She's like, we're going down! Abandon all ships! Women and children first! I am a woman, time to jump onto the nearest lifeboat and sail away! She's really trying to persuade herself, isn't she? I suppose every cabin has a waste paper basket. Shall we have a look inside, look and see what's been thrown away? Naruhodo-san. It's poor etiquette to go sifting through someone's rubbish, you know. Those eyes. She's looking at me like I'm a piece of rubbish now. However, these are special circumstances, I think. Exactly, we have no choice. There's hardly anything in here at all. Oh, well, that's a little disappointing. There are just a few books on the desk. Nothing else by the looks of it. Well, Miss Pavlova only ran away from the ballet last night. She's hardly occupied this cabin for any time at all. That's true. Wonder what kind of book she likes to read. Let me see. Yes, I see. It would seem that Miss Pavlova enjoys reading books written in Russian. I mean, to be fair, you know, if I was reading, I would quite enjoy reading books written in English. You know, just throwing that out there. Though German books, I have translated German books before, so way back in high school. Thanks. I think I probably already knew that. It's rude to ask too much of people, Naruhodo-san. Kindly remember that. Oh my! Miss Pavlova's case is open. It's completely empty inside. According to the great detective's great deduction, she is hiding her special friend in there. Yes, a friend that she had to keep secret. Because you're not allowed to bring animals on board the SS Buria. I wonder what kind of animal she had in there. And more to the point, where is it now? I don't think there's anything else I can do in here. Or there is something in there that I missed. Oh, it's this. There's one of those next to the bed in Cosmo's cabin, too. Yes, it's a bell cord. I can't resist. She barely hesitated there, and she gave it a good tug, too. No, I didn't actually expect anyone to come. We don't want them to. We're trying to investigate in secret. Okay, I'm missing something, am I? Alright, I think I did everything. Nope, I didn't do everything. There's something I missed in this goddamn... I'm missing something. Where is it? Okay. Got me an investigation mood, so I decided to resume my Yakuza journey and start Lost Judgment. Nice! Okay, I'm not sure what I'm missing here. Hello? I'm not entirely sure what I'm missing. Okay, it's gotta be... It's gotta be in the first class passageway, right? This could be our chance. What? Doesn't appear to be around at the moment. We could investigate. Every last inch of that cabin. I'm not sure if we could go that far. Oh, there he is. Okay, that's... Oh, it's Mr. Shulms. Look. Oh, you never know where he's going to turn up next, do you? He seems to be stealing a look at something as he sings to himself. Tra-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la. I did it the great detective way. He's still singing. Do you think he hasn't noticed us? Or he's simply in extremely high spirits? Yes, there were times, I'm sure you knew, when the yard bit off more than it could chew. And through it all, when there was doubt, it's lucky her luck was about. Excuse me. I solved it all, and I stood tall. I did it in the great detective way. Mr. Sholmes! Ah! What is it? Do you want to fight? Put him up! Put him up! I'm gonna hit you in the face. Don't make me use my old boxing style right now. Honestly, interrupting a fellow when he's singing. And I was just about to reach a climactic finish. Sorry, I thought you were never going to stop, so I figured now is a good time as any. You're doing a good interpretive dance there, Herlock. I very nearly dropped you to the floor with many of my famous right hooks. Alright, I get the picture. Now could you put those fists away? Mr. Sholmes, you seem to be examining something before we interrupted you. Ah yes, that. I was immersed in the study of the ship's log, as penned by the stockily built crewman who's usually on guard here. Oh yes, the ship's log. And did you find anything useful from it? Well, after 2 a.m. this morning, the majority of the entries are blank. Which means that there was nothing to report. Nothing of note happened, so... You truly are a student from the land of the rising sun. You've been utterly blinded by it. Sorry? Your logic, my boy, is inverted. Whatever do you mean, Mr. Sholmes? Observe the other pages, and all shall become clear. Would seem that the same crewman oft stands sentry in the first-class passageway. He has almost a religious practice of recording nothing to report every half hour. Oh, he writes that in every 30 minutes? Nothing to report. Precisely. Put simply, the seaman writes nothing to report when there is just that. And yet, the ship's log from last night is largely blank. He didn't even write nothing to report. Do you mean... Yes, there was circumstances afoot last night which led to the seaman being absent from his post. What kind of circumstances? What happened? That remains a mystery for now, but we can be sure of something significant took place. So significant that it caused the seaman to forget his regular habit of scribing nothing to report in the log. These are important details. I would stake my life on it. You must log the ship's log into your mental file. Ship's log has been entered into the court record. Now that deduction was worthy of a great detective. Ah, you're starting to understand my way, what my way is, I see. What makes Sholmes, brilliance. Oh my god. Oh my god, Sholmes. Ooh, ouch. What is it? Are you hurt? Oh, don't worry yourself. I seem to have been afflicted with a throbbing head this morning for some reason. Nothing more. Well, my friends, until our next encounter. He's still singing to himself. I can hear it as he wanders off down the passageway. Something wrong, Susato-san. You seem lost in thought. It's just, well, I feel the same. Sorry? Ever since I woke this morning, I've had something of a headache. A sort of continuous throbbing. Oh, you too? Uh-oh. Actually, really quickly, let's save that. Holy shit, I haven't saved in over 50 minutes. Let's go back to Miss Pavlova's cabin. Ah, what's that? Oh God! Shut down the engines immediately. Vessel sighted a quarter-mile forward. Full stop. Hard to starboard. All hands brace for impact. What the? I think we're about to crash into another ship. What? I can't stand. Susato-san, hold on to me. What? What? Susato-san, are you alright? Are you injured at all? I think I'm fine. Thank you, Naruhodo-san. It looks like we avoided a collision. I think. Yes, the ship has come to a stop. Oh my goodness. What about you, Naruhodo-san? Are you hurt? No, I'm fine. Hello, is anybody in there? Shout if you need assistance. Well, that sounds like Inspector Hosonaga. Is that you in there, Naruhodo-san? Unbolt the door quickly. What? The bolt? Look at that. The door is bolted. Did you do that, Susato-san? No, I didn't touch it. Well, that's strange. How did... And look at all the books. They're just like they were before again. Naruhodo-san, aren't you going to open the door and let the inspector in? I better tidy this place up first. Our violent emergency stop has resolved one mystery at least, in a very vivid way. I knew that what awaited us on the other side of the cabin door would not be pleasant. I hurried around tying up the cabin with a new sense of foreboding in my heart. Oh shit, uh-oh. We're rolling. We are rolling there, guys. Okay, rolling we are. 9th of January, SS Burya, Miss Pavlova's cabin. Uh-oh. Somehow, the door to the cabin we were in ended up bolted after we made an emergency stop. Susato-san took a deep breath, then gently slid back the bolt. You, what are you doing in Miss Pavlova's quarters? Ah, you both look unhurt. Good. Yes, we're fine, thank you. What on earth happened? We heard something about how we were going to collide with another ship. Yes, it appears to have been a false report though. Oh, how did that happen? There's a dense fog outside, so extremely difficult to see. Someone must have thought he saw a ship ahead. The person obviously triggered the alarm, and that's why we made an emergency stop. Everything is chaos. Passengers are screaming. Crew are running everywhere. This first class area is the only quiet part of the ship at the moment. Oh, I see. Someone triggered the alarm? Does that mean that someone pressed that button outside? Ah! You wicked intruder! Dressed all in black, you are the devil! Sorry, me? I've been called a lot of things before, but devil is the first. You opened my traveling case! How could you? What? No, we didn't touch it. That's right, Miss Pavlova. It was already open when we came into your cabin. Inspector! Yes? Arrest this man. I know he did it. He is a criminal. Is it not enough that he has killed a man?
Ah! He is a stowaway as well. If Vixen promises not to steal chicken, do you believe?
Ugh. Take him away. He is a trespasser as well as everything else.
Stowing away, trespassing, killing. She is right. You are a devil.
It doesn't look good, does it? There's a cell below.
There is a cell below deck. Throw him in. Tomorrow we dock in Hong Kong. Then we give you straight to police.
Wait, a cell? Please, Inspector Hosanaga, is there nothing you can do? This is a Russian vessel. I really have no jurisdiction here. After my last effort to appeal to the captain's good nature, I think I'm out of options. This is terrible. This is a real crisis. I've got to find a solution. Immediately. Time to save. Oh my god, it's Herlock Sholmes again. Oh god, miss. God damn. It's going to be, of course. What are you doing up there? Mr. Sholmes? Oh my god, he's wearing a tiara. Naturally, I was just analyzing what a weight of 20,000 rubles feels like on one's head. Have I not told you that as a detective, it is my business to know what other people do not? This isn't mere tomfoolery, my boy. Oh, no. Oh, yes, it is. It is tomfoolery. It is tomfoolery. You just wanted to wear the crown. You wanted to call yourself a pretty princess. God damn it. I know what you're up to, Sholmes. You're not a more pretty princess than goddamn... any of us else. Any of the others. Stroganoff would look great in that crown, bitch. Well, why are you hanging on from that hook from before then? Isn't it obvious? To properly assess the weight of 20,000 rubles, naturally. I wish to determine if it would bend that conceited looking hook on the wall, so full of brag and bounce. Excuse me? Are you going to box the hook on the wall? Excuse me? What? I never know whether to take this man seriously or not. Ah, you again. The great detective. Ah, Inspector, I confess I've been looking for you. I have something to report to you most urgently. Well, you might try looking for me somewhere other than a hook on the wall next time.
What is to report? Speak.
An urgent report from the great detective can mean but one thing. Yes, the case of a curious murder that took place last night here on this vessel, the steamship Buria, has been solved. By me, naturally. What? Really? Yes, I have eliminated all other possibilities. No other explanations exist. So, allow me to illuminate all your minds. For I am about to reveal my great detective's greatly admired great deduction to the case. Oh God, here he goes again.
Huh. You have solved it. Even Hedgehog understands this case. We all know who is responsible for killing Student Boy this morning when we found criminal in wardrobe. It is this stowaway, and he has handcuffs to prove it.
I didn't do it. The trouble is, there doesn't appear to be anyone else who could have killed the victim. Because, as everyone knows, the cabin door was bolted shut from the inside. No, it wasn't. This means the culprit must be someone who was inside the cabin. Yes, it's what's called a locked room mystery in detective stories.
Ah, locked room. That is point.
The room was locked. Well, I can't deny that. There's no way the bolt could have been drawn across from the outside the cabin. You are all quite mistaken. The cabin next door is not a so-called locked room at all. What? Oh yes, there's another entrance. An entrance used last night by the culprit in order to gain access to the cabin despite the bolted door. What other entrance? We never discovered one. Why, it gapes open-mouthed at you even as we speak. The ventilator, man! The ventilator?
Ha 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 ha. You think this is funny? I cannot even put my arm through that hole.
That's because your arms are as thick as tree trunks. True. You're suggesting that the culprit entered and left the victim's cabin through that tiny opening. It's not possible. Ah, but it is. And last night, the victim even witnessed the intruder in the act of passing through the ventilator. Mr. Sholmes, do you mean... Are you referring to the words Cosmo-sama wrote in his diary? 123, I can hear a faint whistling sound. 135, what looks like some sort of speckled band is dangling from the ventilator grill? Precisely, my dear madame. But what does it mean? What is a speckled band? The answer to that particular conundrum is in this very cabin. Mr. Sholmes, what are you doing? He's dancing. He's fucking dancing. There is a distinct element of danger, but fear not. I am ready. What is happening? Excuse me? He's getting ready to box. What I'm about to expose for you all to see will shock you to your cores. Behold. Yeah! Ah! What the? Allow me to introduce you all to the band, the speckled band. A snake? Indubitably. Rinosuke, Mr. Sholmes, just one thing. Pray, what troubles you? Well, that snake, isn't it really speckled, is it? It looks more stripy, wouldn't you say? Yes, you're right. I think in this case, you'd have to call it the striped band, wouldn't you? You both see and observe with distinction. However, do you not think that is precisely the trap into which the culprit wishes you to fall? Oh my goodness, really? It's a trap? How exactly? No one's paying attention to the fact that Stroganoff has literally a snake wrapped around his face and is quite literally possibly killing him as we speak. I think perhaps it is time I explain the intricacies of my train of thought. Are you ready, Ms. Pavlova? I'm sorry for the young man who died, but that is all. His death is nothing to do with me. The whole thing is nothing to do with me. There are two conclusions I've drawn from the facts. Number one, last night your friend infiltrated the victim's cabin. And number two, the same friend was responsible for the victim losing his life. No! She's turned as white as a bowl of rice again. Sholmes must be right. He's hit the nail on the head. This young woman's friend killed Mr. Osogi? Well, yeah, there's a snake, but no Stroganoff, indeed. Looks like he can't speak with that snake coiled around his head. I would advise as little movement as possible, Seaman. You wouldn't want the fangs of that long friend in your neck. So everyone, let us begin. Herlock Sholmes is proud to present his logic and reasoning spectacular. Part 2. Oh my god, the great deduction. The game is afoot. Intruder's identity. Ms. Pavlova, moments ago you claimed the following. His death has nothing to do with me. The whole thing is nothing to do with me. Yet you cannot deceive yourself. Yes, when you recall those horrid events, your aching heart smarts with pain. And it is that very pain that evidences you an inextricable link to the victim's death. So we ask, what was the nature of the intruder that stole into the victim's cabin on that portentous night? Why, naturally, it was the friend with which you boarded this vessel, was it not? Ah, as I suspected, another telltale glance. Without doubt, your friend is the writhing serpent we see before us. And yet, that fact leaves us in a quandary. The victim's written observations on the night in question tell of a speckled band, whereas regrettably, this specimen's markings do not fit the description in any way. What explanation can we give then? Pray? What was this sight that fell upon the victim's eyes last night? No, don't look at me. This has nothing to do with anything to this. But it does. You have to answer the quandary even now, hidden behind your back. Yes, that was which you are trying but failing to conceal. Can only be the snake's slowed skin. Evidently, after the subtle and horrible crime, this most deadly friend of yours shed its original skin. No! I don't know what you're talking about. He's like, yo, it's the snake, goddammit. Last night, through the ventilator, visible in this cabin, your then speckled friend slithered next door. Using the bell cord on the side as a bridge, the serpent silently descended into the victim's quarters. In the dim light, it appeared to the young gentleman who was about to lose his life as a speckled band. In summary, the nature of this friend of yours, which last night infiltrated the scene of the crime, is a rare breed of snake whose markings change each time it slows its skin. A snake so dreadful, we can only imagine it would be found in the deepest depths of India. What? how Mr. Asogi died. Moving on, we come to the heart of the matter, the grim demise of the victim. How did this young man lose his life, and why? According to the data of which I have been apprised, it would appear that there was no visible signs of injury. In fact, the circumstances of the victim's death can only be explained by a terrible venom. Now, if we take that as fact, we can reasonably imagine that there remains evidence to affirm it at the scene of the crime. Oh no, could there be? Yes, an examination of the deceased body will prove the cause of death conclusively. The almost but not quite imperceptible puncture wounds left by the venomous fangs will seal the truth. Yes, the vestiges of the snakebite delivered by your terrifying friend. This makes no sense. There's no point feigning ignorance, Miss Pavlova. After the incident, you endeavored to hide everything, didn't you? But now your involuntary glance betrays the hiding place you chose. That's right, you hid the evidence that links you to the victim's death in that traveling case. When we first met in this cabin, it came to my attention that your case moved periodically. Your serpent assassin was restless inside, no doubt. Oh my god, serpent assassin? I love this, man. I love this. You don't. It is telling that the victim made note of a low whistling sound that he heard minutes before his end. That was your signal, was it not? The sound you had used to train your serpent friend. To train? Indeed. You put the serpent through the ventilator and wait. After a period, you'd summon it back with a whistle. You couldn't know if the animal had done its duty, so you would listen for signs of life next door. If the victim appeared not to have been dispatched, you released the snake once more. Do you deny the snake has undergone such training? It's not true! Having slithered through the ventilator and down the bell cord, the creature needed only to sink its fangs in once. And its venom would course through the victim's veins, ending his existence forever. That is the true nature of the speckled band that took this poor young man's life. There can be no doubt, my logic is infallible. Death by venomous snake's bite. Oh my god.